Okay, well, here we go. So I'm out here with David, who's the media marketing director of TrvFit. And you also work out yourself.
Yes, when I can.
And so, fun fact, he's better than me at pretty much everything I'm doing because he works out more, he knows about this camera more, he does engineering better than I do. So like, wow, holy shit. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Alright, because this is something that they don't know. What time did you wake up this morning?
This morning is not like a typical morning. I woke up at about 7:30, but most of the time I wake up at about 4:45 every morning.
Why?
Why? Because I either have to coach at 5:30 a.m. or coach at 6 a.m.
What do you coach?
So I own 2 boot camp style gyms, one here in Detroit and then another one in Okemos called TrvFit Fitness.
I've actually been to that one.
You been to that one?
I went to Michigan State.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
I've seen it there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a boot camp style cross training type of group class fitness type of gym. So I'm teaching boot camp style stuff as well as like strength training, HIIT training, all sorts of stuff. So.
How'd you get into all this? Because I think like, yeah, he knows a lot. Like when I got here just for fitness, but like as we were talking, it was like, you know a lot about everything. So why did you specifically choose like this one area?
So I grew up dancing, actually.
He does dancing too. Why not?
My little sister, she competed, she traveled all over the place, and I kind of got dragged around everywhere. So at about the age of 9, I started dancing, and then like about a year later I started competing as well, because guys are kind of a hot commodity when it comes to dance and being able to do partnering and all that kind of stuff. And so I competed from basically the age of 10 to the age of 18.
What kind of dance?
Jazz, ballet, contemporary, modern, so like concert style dancing. Something that you would, ballroom, something that you would more so see like in New York rather than like out in LA.
You are, okay, you could have literally said anything, but you just went on a list, so I think I can, if I have enough drinks, I can dance any dance. That's crazy, you competed, so like, what were those like?
Competition, there's a lot of long hours, weekends. I mean, it was like a job when I was little. Like, I didn't really do other sports. I played soccer because it was the only sport really that was, I guess I couldn't have gotten hurt too much, and it was in the fall when I didn't compete. It's basically when the beginning of the year came on all the way until about June, July, I was competing. So
I think everyone's played soccer at least once in their lives, like, right? It's the world's most popular sport, like why not?
I still try to play soccer every once in a while. It's not quite as fun as it used to be. A little more winded than normal.
Do you still dance?
I do not still dance. I stopped dancing about 4 years ago.
So did I.
So
my career ended a little quicker.
Yeah, so but yeah, after 18 I moved to Chicago and I started dancing, and there, though I did a lot of partnering when I competed, in Chicago, when I was dancing for a company called Sherban Jazz in Chicago on scholarship, partnering was a big thing. So I kind of got a little bit into lifting. I was just a little bit into lifting in high school because one of my best friends liked to lift. I got a little bit more into lifting, left there, I actually worked on cruise ships for Royal Caribbean, so I traveled to the Caribbean, I traveled to the East and Western Mediterranean as well. I learned aerial arts and ballroom.
What's aerial arts?
So like Cirque du Soleil.
Okay, I know what that is.
Hanging in the air and all that kind of stuff, bungee, all that. So after that, I danced a little bit. I went to Wayne State. I got a bachelor's of fine arts in dance, and then I stopped dancing basically after I graduated from there, because I was kind of at a point of where like I need to find something that makes money. Not that dance doesn't, but it wasn't my huge passion to teach. Usually when you get older, you stop dancing. Even though I have friends that are still my age, still dancing, they're amazing dancers. I had a little path shift. I wanted a little bit of a different lifestyle. I had been dancing, you know, from 18 to basically 27, so I kind of did the whole starving artist type thing. So I kind of was done with that, so I went and worked for my family who owns an advertising agency. They've owned it for 48 years, so I learned a lot of graphic design and all that kind of stuff growing up with it in the family. And I actually ended up moving from Battle Creek, where they're based, to Ann Arbor, to another company. I just kind of needed to get away, you know. Family business is awesome, but sometimes you gotta go out and do your own thing.
I got you.
From there, I got into CrossFit, actually. And then I got hurt, and then another friend of mine went to this gym. It was about 20 minutes north of Ann Arbor. It was called TrvFit Fitness, and I started going every once in a while. I'd pay drop-in classes, but I would still do strength training because I enjoyed that. And at some point, I ended up moving up to the Howell area. I started being a coach there because I loved it so much. Actually, the CEO was like, "You'd be a really great coach. You should come and do the coaches training."
That's a good invitation from a CEO.
So he's like, "I'll pay for it for you. You don't have to worry about it." So I did. And then about a month later, I got a personal training certification, CPR training, all that stuff, and I started coaching there. And then, long story short, about 8 months later, him and I were having some drinks, and he was like, "There's only a few people that I think that I would actually open up another TrvFit with," because he had started the franchise, started building out. He had ownership in a lot of them, and he kind of sold it off so he could start working more on the franchise sort of things.
Okay.
So he could expand more, give himself more time. But he was saying that like he really wanted to open one up in the Detroit area or like Royal Oak, and I was like, well, he had mentioned that I might be someone that he would be interested in opening one with him. And I go, well, I would love to, you know, do one in Detroit. I graduated from Wayne State. I had lived there for quite some time. Like I loved what was happening, the revitalization of Detroit, and the idea of being a part of that in a health and fitness community type of way sounded like a lot of fun. So I quit my day job and
what was the day job?
My day job, I was a graphic designer at a web design company. I worked remotely, and so I knew that I was not going to be able to dedicate as much time to the gym as if I had a day job. So I got rid of it, kind of took a little leap of faith, put pretty much all the money I had into it, and it's still here. We just had our 1 year.
Congratulations, man.
On the 20th. So
nice,
yeah, thank you. In the meantime, I've opened up a second one with my sister out in Okemos, and I am actually working on a third one out in West Bloomfield. So
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
So there's now 16 of them total. I own a few of them, a couple of them.
16 of them total. 16
of them total that are open. So we're rapidly growing, and in that meantime of me growing a part of like owning the Detroit location, I got super involved with the media and marketing, and I became kind of the head of it because of my background, being in graphic design, being in web design. It just made sense. So there's a few of us that are on the corporate team, I guess we call it. We got an admin, we got his name's Mindy, and we got our athletic directors, Nick. He's been in athletics for so long.
Well, so have you.
I have, but not in the way that he's been.
Don't discredit yourself now. You've been there for a minute.
So, but I enjoy fitness, but then my strength was media and marketing and graphic design and web design and all that kind of stuff, and it's something that I'm passionate about. And fitness is another thing that I was passionate about, and so putting them together kind of became like the ultimate like dream job for me.
Did you imagine you'd be doing this like when you started dancing?
No,
not at all. Like,
not at all.
Never like a passion of yours or anything to begin with.
No, like I enjoyed working out just to go to the gym. I enjoyed the friends that I made going to the gym. Helping people out that were at the gym who would ask me questions, stuff like that. Like that was awesome. Like that I could actually help people out with it.
Yeah.
And then Crew Fitness kind of came around, and the community at TrvFit really is what sucked me in. I guess I'll say, just because the people are awesome. Everybody in the TrvFit community is awesome. Like even at everybody's local gym, like the TrvFits in their area, they all have a great community. But then we have one huge community page on Facebook where everybody's posting in there all the time, and we have events where all the gyms will compete against each other just in like a fun way.
Oh, that's cool.
We do like a 5K like obstacle type thing in the summertime. We do an event in the fall where it's like teams of 2 and everybody's competing against each other. And
Lifetime doesn't do that.
Lifetime does not do that. So it's one thing that TrvFit prides itself on.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
I like that very much.
Yeah. So
that's a good friendly competition.
Friendly competition. Community is the #1 thing that we have. But we always say that we are above the norm community health and fitness, and we always say community first because that's the most important part. Because if you can have a strong community, people want to be around, and people are growing, then the last one, the fitness part.
Yeah, because like I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. I apologize.
You're fine.
It was the one thing I was gonna add was like, doesn't like most of the gyms have the same like equipment. Like it's not so much like you're going there for like certain gyms don't have treadmills. Like I don't know what they're doing, right? But like they're kind of lacking in something. So yeah, even like nowadays especially, it's like people go to like certain restaurants for the community. They go to like coffee shops. Like a lot of it is based on like, do we actually care about the person now? Because corporations are evil nowadays. So that's how that works.
Yeah. So yeah, communities are our big factor, and then we say health is our second thing, just because we don't want people just coming in there and doing whatever. Like we actually will help them out with, you know, nutrition advice and stuff like that, because a lot of people have questions about that and how that correlates to the last part that we talk about is fitness, and how that's a whole lifestyle thing. Like at TrvFit, we like to have be a lifestyle change. Not an abrupt one that we help people kind of ease into, and you know, the more they get involved with TrvFit, the better that the health part comes, and the better the part of the fitness part, you know, comes.
I completely agree with you on the lifestyle thing, because like, do you remember the show The Biggest Loser?
Yeah.
So like people don't know, I mean they probably know this now, but at the time I did have this question like, so when these people, like when they get off the show, they almost always gain all the weight right back, because they left the environment which they lost all the weight, and they're going back to where they gained all of it. So that's why it's really like, you're adjusting like the rest of your life. It's not like you work out for 90 days and then you're done forever. Like no. Because that's how I thought it was for a while. Yeah. Because I used to be like really overweight. That's how I got into the whole fitness thing. Okay. Was because I pretty much like looked in the mirror and I was like, it happened like literally like in the course of one day. I was like, I think I was just going for like a run, and why? I don't know. I just was. Yeah. For whatever reason, I was just like, man, I couldn't. Like, I don't think I could run like a quarter mile without like getting passed out. So I was like, this is bad. And then the other thing was I started doing stand-up a lot. Okay. And that was the motivation that got me. Okay. Was that when I was on stage, I was looking at myself, I was like, I gotta look better on stage. So that's how I started getting into all this.
I think that's how it starts a lot for a lot of people. It's either a mental thing, or they had some huge thing happen in their lifetime. Heartbreak tends to be a lot of things that puts people into the gym. Or it's just like the physical aesthetics, and then they end up growing physically and mentally from it in a place that they never thought that they were gonna
The gym is mostly mental. It's not physical. Like you gotta, I think like the most important part that, like because right now I used to compete in boxing quite a bit, and I recently stopped, hence the avocado toast I had earlier today. Like I got an injury in my hip, so I'm not allowed to compete until this summer. Okay. Which for me, that was like a whole world of like donuts and pizzas and cookies and everything, and that lasted for about a week. But now, because like I don't have much junk food anyway, when you stop eating it for a long time and you get back into it, it just doesn't, you feel bad. Like I feel crappy after eating like the donuts and the pizza, and I'm just like you just feel bad. Like I don't know what it is, but like after you have all
like those chemicals and everything that are being put back in your body, and you just feel sluggish again.
Yeah, that's what it was. I just felt
fuel that it's used to getting.
I felt horribly sluggish, and it was like, I felt mentally and physically drained just from the food I was eating. And because I'm not used to eating all this junk food at once, and because I wasn't allowed to, but it's a good thing that I wasn't allowed to, because now I'm not used to it. And I feel so much better from this. Like if you can, so yeah, now what I was getting to that was I got my sister into boxing. Okay. And I mean, I don't have her sparring yet because she's not at the level of that. Right. But I'm like pretty much telling her like, no, you're going to this gym whether you like it or not. It's happening. Yeah. And I think the most important part of like what a gym will teach you is that it teaches you how to like mentally get through pain. Because it's like, just because your muscles are sore doesn't mean you're done. Like, because like if you're doing sit-ups, for example, right? If you stop your sit-ups as it begins to hurt, you're not getting anywhere.
Like, it's your body trying to save yourself. It's trying to conserve energy. Like its natural state is just save, conserve energy to keep yourself protected. So
I'm not saying hurt yourself.
Right.
I'm saying like
push past limits that you mental.
When you feel resistance, don't stop. Right. Keep going beyond the resistance, and then like, because I mean there is a certain point, like I've gotten injured before in the gym, but like that's when you know your limit. Right. Because it's like that's when like, if I feel certain things in my body, it's like if I'm just like doing push-ups, for example, if I feel certain things, it's like, okay, I'm done. Right. Because like now I know the difference between like, this is just pain, I can push through it, or soreness. Like if I'm just sore, I know that. Yep. That's the other thing. It's like now I can tell the difference. It's like, this is the time to stop. But for a lot of people, it's like it's like my muscles feel sore. It's like this is when it counts.
Right.
Like
This is when you're growing.
if you're able to do like 30 push-ups and then, like comfortably, it's only after the 30 that you start to feel that growth phase.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing it teaches you, is like to mentally push through pain. And that's, you can apply that anywhere, not just in the gym.
Nope.
When it comes to diet, what do you think of intermittent fasting?
I do it.
Good, I do it too, thank goodness. I was so concerned that he was gonna say, oh, it's horrible, it sucks, don't ever.
No,
I was like,
it's something that we
shit.
talk about in our studios. We have a 6-week program that we call our Relentless Life program, and it's a 6-week program that helps people figure out how food, nutrition goes along with fitness, because so many people have the idea of, if I just kill myself for 3 hours in the gym every single day,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
get what I want.
You won't.
And people don't realize that it's that other part out in the kitchen and the nutrition and that stuff out there that's
Post-workout
gonna
meals.
get you further than just killing it. You can work out for 45 minutes in the gym and then kill it, do awesome in your nutrition. You're gonna get better results than going into the gym for 3 hours and then still eating that donut afterward, and then having that, or skipping your meals
Donuts
and not
hurt.
getting enough calories in, not getting all your macros, your proteins, carbs, and your fats in. That's such a huge important part. A lot of people think that, oh, I eat so much food, and then like when we help them out with the nutrition plans, we say this is what your calories are going to be, this is what your protein, your carbs, your fats, this is what we suggest for you based on your body type, because we use an in-body, which does a whole body composition scan, fat scan, lean muscle mass, skeletal muscle mass, water, hydration, all that stuff. So we use that to help every single individual out, and it's not just like a cookie cutter program. But a lot of people, we give them that BMR, their basic metabolic rate, their calorie intake for the day, and they go, there's no way I'm gonna eat this many calories. And they're like, they already feel like they're eating a whole bunch of food, and the majority of the population is, one, dehydrated. The majority of people walk around dehydrated. Water is something we talk about. But yeah. And then
Don't drink it that often, but the whole dehydration thing, your body can't tell if you're thirsty or you're hungry. So like my rule of thumb is like, I just drink a glass of water before I have like any meal, before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner. I just drink a glass of water. I don't have breakfast very often anyway, because like I'm fasting. Okay, so the whole intermittent fasting thing is like, how long do you do it for?
So I usually, I'm not super strict about it. A lot of people are like really strict, like they give themselves a 6-hour window or an 8-hour window. Most of the time mine's in an 8-hour window, but I usually don't eat until at least noon.
Okay, that's
So I'm a little bit
what I do.
looser about it. Like some people are super strict. I'm a little bit looser. When noon happens, and then I just make sure that I get in my macros for the day.
I do the same thing. Like I'll stop eating between like 8 and 9 p.m. and then I'll start eating again at 12 p.m. So it's like if I can get at least 14 hours a day of like fasting, I'm good. Like it doesn't have to be like a 16 everyday thing, because sometimes it just happens that's like, like I have a flight, I can't just like not, like sometimes like life will happen to you where you can't just follow the regular schedule. That's fine. Like there's like one of the things that I had a problem with is like I would like punish myself whenever I would have like cheat meals, even if it was like once a week. I'm like, it took me a long time to realize it's okay.
It's okay.
Once a week is not horrible.
We talk about a 90-10 rule, and some people have the 80-20 rule that like either 90
I've heard the
or 80%
80-20
of
one.
the time, like just be on your nutrition, and in that 10 or that 20% of the time, let yourself have that. Like this is a lifestyle change. You're not trying to kill yourself. Most of the people in life are just wanting a healthier lifestyle. They're not trying to get down to the minimalist body fat that they can to go step on stage in a bikini or anything like that. So we definitely.
I did try that. It didn't work. my bikini days are over. It was, I mean, it was good while it lasted, but after a while they're like, sir, you need to please leave. I said, fine.
So yeah.
Like motivation for a lot of people, like when it comes to working out, they just want to look good naked. That's what it really is for a lot of people.
It starts out that way for a lot of people, and sometimes it stays that way for people, but then it becomes something that they love doing. Like they can't wait to get to the gym after work, or they can't wait to get up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. to go kill it in the gym for an hour and then go get ready for work. Like it kind of becomes like their way to like.
For me now, it's just like I want to, like I just have like I got like headphones. I have like my phone, and I put it on airplane mode.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's just like my time of the day where it's like there's nothing to do with the internet. There's no messaging. It's just music.
It's hard.
And it's just it's like when you turn off your brain and then you just work out. I mean, I don't know. Like that's what I'm used to now.
Yeah.
It took a while to get there, but I'm so happy I'm at this point.
Yeah.
Now, we're almost out of time, so I want to ask you like one other important question. Okay. In your opinion, what is the most efficient sport to work out in for losing fat? Like, is it swimming? Is it boxing?
Boxing.
Is it boxing? I'm so glad you said that. I'm so happy you said that.
Boxing is super awesome. Like my CEO, Tyler Cronish, he used to do MMA, and he has this actually 6-week program called
Those
Get Ready,
people
Stay
are
Ready.
crazy. MMA fighters are ridiculous.
We have a 6-week program that I'm coming out with that's built around boxing and conditioning and how to shred as much body fat as you possibly can in a safe way, in a safe manner.
Right.
How to get back out of that once that 6 weeks is done and stuff like that. But it's boxing. I mean, it is just the conditioning, that aspect that it does for you. And people love boxing. Like, it's almost like not a workout at the same time.
So my sister is a prime example. When she started, not care for it. Now she looks forward to it up to an extent, because it's, the way that I try to stop boxing all the time. Because after I started doing it, I started really loving it. Then I started competing in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to compete if that's not necessary. But if you just like boxing is a healthy way to exert violence.
That's one way to look at it. Some people love going to the class just to hit the bag or to hit the mitts with somebody.
It's such a stress reliever hitting that heavy bag. Oh my lord.
Yeah. So yeah.
People ask me like how. I've been told I've been asked like why am I calm a lot of the days? I was like, because I practice murder on a bag all the time. It just gets rid of all the stress in your life. It's so nice.
Yeah, so it's something that we offer. I mean, our other programs like boot camps, cross training and stuff like that also help with lean muscle mass gain and stuff like that. But yeah, boxing, we have a few different ones. Glow boxing, our Get Ready, Stay Ready program, our Fight For It class, our Riot class. They're all different styles of boxing and intensities, but yeah.
That's our time.
Yeah.
Hey man, so tell them where they can find like your gym, and tell them where they can find you, because like I really support what you're doing. I think it's awesome, so let them know.
So you can go ahead and find my gym, TrvFit Detroit. We're up in the New Center area, up off East Grand Boulevard on St. Antoine. We're on the 3rd floor. We have an awesome little like industrial type facility. It's a fun time. We have a 7-day shred, so if you want to try us out for 7 days for free, absolutely do that. We're on Instagram, TrvFit Detroit. It's the U is actually a V, and then you can find us out the same way on Facebook. And then my name is David James Sherban on Instagram as well, so you can find me there.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Stay fresh, stay golden.
See you guys.